computer storage is getting increasingly important because we have an increasing amount of data that needs to be stored. But it's not just about the amount of storage, it's also about accessibility. This is why NAS, or Network Attached Storage Units, are gaining popularity. A NAS unit is simply a small file server that is connected to a local network. All of the computers and devices in the network are able to access the files on that server, which makes it a very convenient way of storing data. In this video, you'll see how to set up a NAS unit yourself. In this video, we're going to use this old pile of hardware as a NAS unit. A NAS doesn't have to be pretty or powerful, so don't go out and buy expensive new hardware if your goal is to create a simple NAS unit. Also, those pre-built NAS units, they don't offer a great value for money. Setting up a NAS is the perfect opportunity to recycle an old computer. If you don't have anything old laying around, you can simply get something really cheap from eBay. Really, anything with a Pentium 4 processor or better will probably do fine. Of course, the storage capacity of that computer will also be the storage capacity of the NAS, so I recommend you get a computer that has some free SATA ports on its motherboard so that you can add some more hard drives to increase the capacity. Then there is also software. Again, many options here. The easiest option is to use a desktop operating system like Windows, since there's already a desktop OS installed on most old computers. While being the easiest way, this is not the best way, since it offers less security, features and speed. Going with some fancy server OS like Linux Server or Windows Server is inconvenient and also expensive if you're opting for Windows. The best option for a small NAS is probably using a NAS operating system, an OS designed to be used just as a file server. Most of them are actually free, and one of them is called Rockstor, which is the one we're going to use in this video. Now let's set up a NAS. First of all, download the operating system from the Rockstor website. You can either use torrent or direct download. The file you'll get is an ISO file, which can be used to create a bootable USB drive. And in order to do this, download a program called Universal USB Installer. There will be a link in the video description. Open up the program. Now we need to configure it. First of all, select the type of operating system. This is going to be CentOS because Rockstor is based on CentOS. Then select the ISO file by browsing, and then select the target USB device, and then click Create to create the bootable USB. Now take your old rig and plug in the power cable, connect a monitor, a mouse and a keyboard and connect it to your local network. Also, plug in the bootable USB device. Then turn on the system and enter the BIOS. If you don't know how to do that, it's usually by spamming the delete key immediately after pressing the power button. Then select the USB drive as the primary boot device. Now we can reboot the system and install Rockstor. Simply follow the instructions, it's pretty straightforward. When it's done, we can reboot it and see the IP address of the server. Write that down or try to remember it. Then go to another PC on the local network and open up a browser window. Then type in the IP address of the server. It will tell you the connection isn't secure, but you can just ignore that, it's fine. Then create an admin user account, and after that you'll be able to log in and remotely control your file server. You never have to connect a screen to the server ever again. Make sure to go to the Storage tab and enable all of the sharing protocols. We can now go ahead and test the NAS. Open up File Explorer and type in 2 backward slashes followed by the IP address. It will ask you for the username and password, and then you'll be able to transfer files to your brand new NAS. So there you go. That's one way of setting up your own NAS unit. If you've got any questions, then feel free to leave them in the comments section. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video and thank you for watching.